Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President and CEO of Educational Alliance, Alan Van Capel.
Never underestimate the power of an entrance. Let me begin by saying that in 2014, I assumed the helm of Educational Alliance. More than 5 years later, I am in total awe of our staff, whose smart and thoughtful work are changing lives every day. Nothing we do is possible without them. They inspire me, and I am so happy that they are here to celebrate with us this evening. Let's give them a round of applause. And let me also recognize the tenacious Robbie Karp. In such a short time, you have given so much of yourself to Educational Alliance and the 50,000 people we serve each year. You have made us stronger and smarter, and we are having so much fun together. Let's give her another round of applause. And congratulations to this year's honoree, Manhattan District Attorney Cyrus Vance. Cy is an old friend and a good friend. He cares so much about this city, and he has been a tremendous champion of Educational Alliance and the people who walk through our doors every year. No one is more deserving of this recognition than you are. Congratulations. And it's so good to see so many new faces in the room tonight. Whether you are attending for the first time, or whether you come every year, if you sponsored a table or bought a ticket, or you're just here as a guest, know this: everyone is welcome here. You can applaud for that, sure. This year marks the 130th anniversary of Educational Alliance. 130 years of serving New Yorkers of all backgrounds. New York looks a lot different today than it did back in 1889. On the streets, horses and buggies have been replaced by Ubers and Lyfts. Maybe not today, but Ubers and Lyfts. And on the sidewalks, instead of gas lights and push carts, we see Wi-Fi kiosks and city bikes. And the tenements of the Lower East Side have been replaced by art galleries, numbering 254 today. But with all those things, two things have not changed. One, human needs are exactly the same as they were back in 1889. And Educational Alliance is still the place where anyone and everyone willing to work for it can achieve their American dream. The Alliance was founded by Jewish immigrants who recognized that New York City would be the jumping off point for millions of people. Our founders were resilient, and they were strong, and they valued hard work and honesty. Our founders understood what some of our political leaders today fail to understand: that everyone, regardless of the languages we speak or the God that we pray to, all of us deserve a shot at the American dream. And because of our transformational programs, we have been able to launch countless New Yorkers out of poverty, into the middle class, and some even onto affluence in just a generation or two. And because of your help tonight, we're not going to slow down one iota. Tonight, I am excited to announce that we have yet again made the American dream possible. For the 12th straight year in a row, 100% of our college prep kids will be graduating high school and going on to college this fall. And these are students whose parents are not able to pay the thousands of dollars through the side door, the back door to get them into school. These are the parents, these are the kids who, with good old American grit and persistence, will be going to schools this fall like Harvard and Yale, Stanford and Smith College, among many others. Their hard work is redefining what's possible for their peers, for their siblings, and the communities that they come from. And we are so proud of those young people. The truth is, in our society, what's possible is often limited by the circumstances that you're born into. But at Educational Alliance, we know, and it's not rocket science, that when you invest in people with both time and dollars, we have the ability to expand what's possible. Many mornings, I drop my son Patrick off in his classroom, and I stand outside the Manny Cantor Center and I hold the doors open for folks. And I get to see our staff as they come in and thank them for our work, but I also get a chance to meet our neighbors, my neighbors. And over the last 5 years, I've gotten to meet a lot of great people. And one woman I met is a spectacular mom. Every Monday I see her, she tells me about a museum that she took her child to that week, a free concert that she's going to, the library that she'll go to across the street after she picks up her child, her kids in a Head Start program, which means she earns less than $25,000 a year. By every estimation, though, this is an amazing mom trying to do the best she can for her kid. So after a while, I looked at her and I said, I'm curious, why haven't you taken advantage of one of the programs we have that can get you into college? And she looked at me like I had 10 heads. She said, Alan, are you for real? How in the world do you expect me to go to college? I can't afford my rent. I can't put food on the table for my kid. And if I do go to college, how do I afford the books? I don't own a laptop or a computer. There's no Wi-Fi in my apartment. And by the way, when I'm at class, who's watching my child? She has every single reason, all valid, about why college isn't an option for her. But we need her to go back to school, and we need every parent like her to go back to school, because research shows that the education level of a parent has a direct relationship to child outcomes. It affects their language skills, their behavior, their happiness, and mental health. The level of education that a parent has determines whether or not a child will succeed in elementary school. Put simply, children don't succeed alone, and at Educational Alliance, we have always known that, and we have built programming around the notion that children and parents succeed together. So tonight, I'm announcing that we're going to create a Parents Scholar Fund to support these brave young parents as they go back to school. I'm glad you all clapped, because we're going to be raising a lot of money for it. And I'm remembering this video of all of this, by the way. Imagine that a parent wanting to go back to school will receive free childcare from us. Imagine they'll get a laptop and we'll hook their apartment up with a Wi-Fi hotspot so they have internet. We'll give them Metro cards so they can get to and from school and every place in between. We'll give them academic tutors and every reason to succeed. Suddenly, if we do that, college is possible for all of those parents. And more importantly, it's not lonely. They feel like they have people in their corner cheering them on. And that's what this Scholars Fund is going to do. We hope to offer this fund, this scholarships, to 40 parents per year. 40 parent leaders in one community can make a huge difference. These are the future small business owners, nurses, teachers, nonprofit leaders that can change a community from the inside out. The American dream is not just about lifting yourself up by the bootstraps to defy the odds. It's about taking opportunities you have been afforded and using them to build bridges to even more places and people and worlds outside the ones you know. Educational Alliance, the reason why we're here tonight is because we are both the opportunity and the bridge. We bring together people young and old, black and white, Jewish and Muslim, the New York born and the New Delhi born. And we stand up for each other. That is who we are. That is in our DNA. And there is still so much more work to do because, my friends, a third of our residents live in poverty. Which means a third of our residents probably believe that the American dream is not achievable for them. But there is no challenge too big or too small that we can't tackle. And to get them through our doors, we will go street by street, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, proclaiming in a proud voice, steeped in 130 years of experience and tradition, everyone is welcome here, and we, the people, will do it together. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for your support. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy your dinner.